good afternoon, evening, something like that. A little better late than never. Fresh soft match is just underway. It's 2-1. Suns over the Liberty Eagles. The freshman or freshwoman match. I guess it's still freshman, right?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Freshman match went in 2-2 the Suns. Liberty is trying to get back to even, and they do. Nice shot, deep left corner, right corner for them, and we're tied at 2-2. That was a hit off the hand of Lydia Bliven, middle outside hitter, freshman, standing 5'9", tied at 2-2. That was number 14, right? We'll see in a second.
Yeah.
No, it was 22. It was number 22, Chandler John. She played in the varsity tournament last week. She's a pretty good volleyball player. She should be able to dominate at the fresh soft level, I would think. Out to John it goes again, off the block. It's dug by the Suns, and across it goes. Jalen Van Beck, who was such a good server for the Suns in the varsity contest, is the setter here, and there is Morgan Wilcox with a kill for the Suns. She'll wear number 18 here at the fresh soft level. Of course, she's 8 at the varsity level.
I think I have her for 3 kills here, Dwayne.
She got the first 2 then, huh?
Yep.
And somebody was in the net. They're going to call it on Liberty. So it'll be a side out and then a point. 4-2 is the score. Serving for the Suns, number 3, that is Kylie Putnam. That's a name you'll hear quite a bit. A sophomore, part of that 7th grade championship team and the team that went to state their 8th grade year. Gonna go back to John again. Blocked down by Morgan Wilcox, and it's 5-2 Suns. Add a block to her resume for Morgan Wilcox. That's 2 straight points for Putnam. That's off the block. Oh, what a job to get down and get that up and over by Morgan Simmons. It's going to end up coming back over and falling anyway, but Morgan Simmons going down and getting that one. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Mr. O'Neill, why don't you just introduce yourself over there and tell everybody who's joining us tonight and what you do also.
Okay, sure. I'll wait for a moment here.
That is Addison Inman wearing 0 for the libero. It's not Gracie Arthur. Wilcox going to push it across. Back out to Chandler John on the attack. And out of bounds. Hitting air. It's 6-3.
Yeah, so old radio guy, 90s did that. Got back into deciding to do something like this. I have a channel, Furious Rally Sports. You and I talked the other night. And hey, it's great to be with you. That's the short version.
Yeah, the short version is always good. Chandler John, I believe. Is that number 22 now or number 23? That's actually number 23. Andy Mixer got the kill there.
Okay.
And back serving is number 15. That is Carly Obert. She's played just a little bit in the varsity contest. And there's a kill for number 7. I believe who hit that right. Ella Tippy.
Yes,
her
sir.
First kill. Morgan Wilcox coming back to serve. Checking in for the Suns. Number 4 is Riley Hart. Low hard serve is dug by Mixer. On the attack is Claire Obert. She played second middle the entire time for Liberty's varsity team. So you're going to see quite a few of these Liberty players in the varsity match in a few minutes as well. Jalen Van Beck sends that one across. They're wearing the same numbers. That's what I have to look to make sure it's actually them, though. There's an attack blocked by Obert. Pushed across, blocked by Obert again. Bumped up and going to fall down. Not a kill block for Obert, but a point nonetheless. It's 7-5. Coming back to serve for the Eagles. Number 25, I believe that says. That's Riley Brunin. Mixer with the dig and the attack. She's going to tip it. Van Beck's there, so they're out of system. Wilcox a bump set. And on the attack was Putnam. Or Tippy, excuse me, number 7, not number 3. Tippy's going to push it across. Obert now in the middle. Tippy again on the attack. That went off the block of Obert, and a kill for Ella Tippy. That's her second kill. Putnam had a dig there as well. Wilcox served last time, so the rotation, Tippy's going to come out, it looks like, and coming in to serve is going to be number 5, Jaden Miller.
I notice a lot of these teams do a good job of rotating a lot of the players in and out.
Yeah, back row, front row specialists, of course. And there's a nice dig by Wilcox. It's going to go to Putnam. Dug back out, Mixer with it. Push it across, Van Beck's there. Bump set, going to go to Putnam in the middle. Pushed across, down to get it was Brunin. Over with the attack. Back to middle, it goes to Putnam. She'll push that one across. Mixer's there. Back to Mixer. Cross court, and nobody can get it. She found the deep right corner. It was Jaden Miller taking a swing and a miss at it, but Mixer's going to get her second kill.
Perfect spot right there. Find that corner where they're not.
Yeah, it's like racing. Race where everybody is, and if you got to pass them, and that's what she's doing. Andy Mixer back to serve, and serves it long and out of bounds. Side out. We'll have to go grab that ball.
Oh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. I'm making Dwayne go run for it. I didn't even see it went behind me. Dwayne with the kick save and a beaut. A little long there from Chandler John on the spike. So Southeastern, up 10-6 now.
And the point goes to Aubrey Houston, her first. She wears number 2. Obert on the attack.
Ouch.
Miller with the dig out of self-defense right there. Bump set back out to Chandler John, and she hits that one out of bounds.
Yes, I'm going to have to. I know that I need to be more alert and be the ball retriever over here. Dwayne.
I was used to it from the weekend. Multifaceted we are at broadcasting here at Southeastern High School. There's an ace. Treble with the serve receive. It's 12-6. Houston gets her third point, first ace. Drops that one short. Mixer has it. Sets middle to Obert. Tipped across. Back to Obert. Wilcox is there. Bump set to Putnam. Putnam pushes it across. Obert in the middle and out of bounds. Hey, that's yours. Houston gets her fourth straight service point. Setter for the Eagles, number 9, is Rayleigh Wolf. That was good. Good execution right there. Obert on the attack. Houston's there. Now out to Putnam, off the net. Doug in the back row. Chandler's going to send it across. Van Beck, bump set. Pushed across by Hart, Riley Hart. Now down it goes, and Obert, who was trying to get a little fancy and come across, got in the net. Didn't work anyway because Van Beck was there to get the dig. Houston gets her 5th straight service point and a timeout charged to the Eagles. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And welcome back. And you know what? I gave you way too much credit on ball retrieval. Way too much credit on ball retrieval. Mr. Schulian came up here during the break and grabbed the game ball, laid it down on the floor, and picked up the practice ball that you had apparently thrown out there.
What was the second ball? Was it hiding behind the curtain?
Probably. Who knows? Or in the curtain like it did to me a few times the other day.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Libero in the game for the Eagles. Looks to be number 20, Riley Fessler, which would make sense because she's the varsity libero as well. Putnam deep and out. That'll bring that rotation of serving to the end for Houston. But not until it's a 14-7 lead. Checking in for the Suns is going to be Morgan Simmons, number 16, as she replaces Houston, who served. Obert back to serve now. Miller can't control it, and it's out of bounds, an ace for Claire Obert.
Would you say, Dwayne, that in today's game that the substitutions are far more than what they were when we were younger?
No, I don't think so. Because there's not as many players at most of these schools, so they pick their best 5 or 6 a lot of times and don't get the sub. When the numbers are bigger, I think the subs are pretty much the same. But I remember a lot of games back in the day when they were, and that's out of bounds by Hart. So Ober gets her second service point. I remember a lot of games back in the day when substitution numbers played a role. When you were in a good game and you didn't play rally scoring, you had to offensively score a point. You can only sub so many times, and they'd run out of substitutions. So the front row players would be playing in the back row, or the back row player would be playing in the front row. So I think the libero has changed that a lot. There's an attack and a kill by Putnam. Kylie Putnam gets her first kill and a side out for the Suns. You know, I'd like to ask Coach about that, but he's been around long enough to see both of those things. But you almost never a hitting error. I thought Wilcox might be in the net right there.
And net kind of bouncing around quite a bit there.
Riley Hart gets the service point. You just don't see with rally scoring and the addition of the libero that substitution numbers ever mean much. They're almost never out of substitutions. There's another service point. A couple passing errors. 17-9 Suns with the lead. So that's a roundabout way of saying, no, I don't think so. But maybe.
Well,
Does that make any sense?
No, yeah, I get your explanation.
Putnam with the kill. Hart with another service point.
There is no doubt. I know I've talked to Coach Kerr a little bit. He said there is no doubt that the 25 versus the 15 scoring, it does make a difference. It is a game. He likes it better.
John got the point and the kill right there. It's Chandler John with her second kill. And a side out to the Eagles. And back to serve is going to be the setter wearing number 9, Rayleigh Wolf. Nice dig by Simmons there. And across it goes. Wilcox with a kill. Wilcox has her 4th kill to go along with a block. And now Putnam's coming back to serve. She served 2 straight earlier. It's 19-10. Ooh, eaten up, but good job. Go down there and grab that by Fessler. Free ball goes across. I don't think the Suns expected it to get there. I didn't expect it to get across there. Little campfire defense for Chandler John right there. Drops it in the hole, and it's a kill for her second. Or third, excuse me.
I heard your explanation of campfire defense the other day.
When it lands right in the middle and everybody's standing around and nobody gets to it, that's an overpass, touchdown, a double hit by Van Beck. It'll be a point for the Eagles, and Chandler John gets her first service point. Yeah, it's hard to say in those scenarios, and there's a service error, so a side out. Hard to say in those scenarios as Jalen Van Beck comes back to serve. She did not serve a service point in her first serve. What number do they have her on here as?
Yeah, it's a good question.
They don't even have her on there.
Yeah, I know. Well, they do on the varsity.
Yeah, but she's not. And she serviced that into the net, so a side out on a service error. Back serving is number 15, Carly Obert. The free ball across. And that was going out of bounds, but Van Beck got it anyway. Free ball by Putnam is out of bounds. Obert of the Carly variety going back to serve again. Obert of the Claire variety for anybody keeping scores in the front row. They flip-flop middles. Free ball across. Carly Obert. Then it's going to be Andy Mixer with the kill. Her third. And it's 20-15.
I think this is kind of the red line scoring point, right? You've got to have a bunch of things happen right if you're Liberty to get back in it.
You got to have some errors from the Suns, and they have not been passing the ball very well. They've had a little bit of passing breakdown. Here's Obert. Tips it across. Van Beck goes to get it. She's going to get pushed across there by Tippy. Mixer on the attack. Oh, what a job by Van Beck.
Nice.
We'll put her down here at the bottom.
Yeah.
Good thing I know who she is.
Yes, because you saw her this weekend.
A lot. Jalen Van Beck gets her first point. First kill, excuse me. There's Wilcox serving it up. Tippy's going to be blocked and down. Claire Obert's going to get the block. Amazingly enough, she doesn't have a kill yet. She's hit the ball hard a couple times. Hasn't got a kill yet. Does have 2 service points and an ace. Side out, it's 21-16. Out of system. It's going to be a free ball. And then Chandler John and Claire Obert miscommunicate. See, the problem, what we have here is a lack of communication.
Equals campfire.
They almost ran into each other. They both thought they were going to get it, and then they both thought the other one was going to get it. That's the problem there. Mixer on the attack. Van Beck a bump set, maybe to the wrong team. It was touched by Obert, hit down by Obert, and in. An overpass bit the Suns that time, and Obert gets her first kill.
Put that one down with authority, for sure.
Mixer back to serve, and they let it drop in. Thought it was a little deeper than it actually was. Timeout charge to the Suns. That's the 3rd point for Obert, 2nd ace, and the Suns will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We're now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Welcome back to Southeastern High School. 22-18, as you can see on the scoreboard. It's actually updated correctly. I didn't forget or nothing this time. That's a plus. Mixer got the service point. I gave it to Obert. That's Mixer. My bad. Sorry, Andy. I apologize. Chandler John pushes one across. Tippy pushes one across. No, that's Putnam over there. Excuse me. Obert, dug by Simmons. Van Beck, back row to Wilcox, off the block. Oh, what a job by Chandler John to get a hand on it. Fessler's going to send a free ball across. Tipped across again, but this time Wolf was there. It's going to be a free ball. Wilcox, Van Beck, out to Putnam, dug up by Chandler John, pushed across. Van Beck's there. Wilcox bump set back out to Putnam, and she hits it out of bounds for another point.
Great point there, back and forth, but now the score 3, right? What we just talked about. Southeastern's letting them in just a little bit.
Yep. Errors will do that, and that's what's happening here. Wilcox can't handle that one. Mixer gets her second. Hey, make sure you get the right one this time. Hey, look at that. You got the right one. I'm proud of you.
My eyes tracked that one that time. That's funny. But look at this. 2 points the match right now.
22-20. Hart, Van Beck to Putnam. Free ball sent across. Mixer is there. Wolf sets middle to Obert. Obert is out of bounds. And you got to get another one. Checking back in to serve is number 2, Aubrey Houston. The 5'4" freshman served 5 straight in her last service. If she can get a couple here, the Suns will get a win. Chandler John's going to try and do her best to prevent that, and she does. side out. Chandler John gets her 4th point. Checking back in for Houston is going to be number 16, Morgan Simmons, to play the back row. Obert of the Clare variety is back to serve this time. She has 2 points and 1 ace. 2 points including 1 ace. Wilcox from the back row. Obert is there. Wolf out to Chandler John, and she's going to hit it out of bounds. Set point for the Suns. Coming back to serve is going to be Riley Hart. She has 3 service points. Checking back in for the Suns to replace number 5, Jaden Miller, is going to be number 7, Ella Tippy. Live chat's open. Hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Going to be a free ball sent across. And it'll drop down. Set point for the Suns. Service point for Riley Hart. And it's 25-21 in set number 1. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a minute or so with the second set of the JV match right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back to Southeastern High School. As you can see, 25-21 Suns in set number 1 of the JV match. So give us your critique of set 1.
Okay. Again, like we talked about earlier.
No pressure.
Well, to me, Southeastern had the opportunity to really close that one out, but it was a 21-15, I think they led at one point. And Liberty got within 2, but just not quite enough. This could be a 3-set match.
It was 14-6 at one point.
Oh, see? Okay.
And then if side out got it to 14-7, and that was as big as it got. And it just kept dwindling and dwindling, got down to 2. That's as close as they were able to get. It'll be Liberty to serve first here in set number 2. Wilcox going to push it across. It's going to come out Chandler John. She pushes it across. Putnam goes to get it, and she sends a overpass to Carly Obert. She gets her first kill, and Liberty leads 1-0 here in set number 2. Back serving is Rayleigh Wolf, the setter. Free ball coming across. Obert with kill number 2 in a row. And I didn't say this before, but I would say that you are probably correct. This could very well be a 3-set JV match.
Feels like it.
And that one falls after a little miscommunication again, side out. And this is where we were last time, only backwards. It was 2-1 after the first side out for the Suns in set number 1. Putnam back to serve. That's trouble. Oh, what a job by Wolf to get over to that. Free ball across. Tippy, dug by Mixer, comes across. Wilcox back to Tippy off the block, and it's going to fall. Tippy's going to get the kill. That'll be her third.
Great kill, but Wolf's play to keep it alive for Liberty, that was pretty impressive.
Yes, it was.
That's why they wear knee pads.
Again, trouble on serve receive. I apologize. I don't know what I've got in my throat, but Chandler John on the attack. Tipped across by Van Beck. Dug up by Wolf. A couple setters having some fun there. Wolf digs that one up. Mixer. John pushes it across. Tippy's there. Van Beck back to Tippy. She's going to tip that one, and Wolf is there. Fessler, I think, was trying to tip it across the net, but I think she took her eyes off of it for a split second.
As soon as she did it, you see her head just go, oh.
Kylie Putnam gets the service point. It's 3-2. Suns with the lead. And a little passing error there. Ties it at 3. Chandler John going back to serve for Southeastern.
It really does feel like a 3-set setup here.
That's like saying rain at a racetrack. There's a kill for Wilcox.
I suppose that's right, Dwayne. Rain at a racetrack, yeah.
You folks that are dirt track fans know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't say the R word, even baseball. Mixer on the attack, blocked by Wilcox, her
Beautiful.
second block.
Absolutely beautiful block. That ball was smacked hard. And
Van Beck gets her first service point. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, just a fantastic play there. Hands up, right?
Fessler, Wolf, out the Mixer, hits it out of bounds.
Well, she several times, as you can tell, she's going right for that corner and just has not, well, she's fit it a few times, but didn't get it there.
They are definitely looking for the corners. They're trying to paint the corners, and Wilcox tips that overpass down. Fessler comes to get it, goes over again, and that time it worked in their favor.
Yeah, that ball was ping-ponging all over the place.
Yeah. The worst, and that's the thing that people, I think, don't get about volleyball. They're like, well, free balls should be easier, or when it comes across, you're set up to cover certain things a certain way, and when it comes out of rhythm, it's a lot harder to play defense than people give credit for. Free ball coming across there. It's out of bounds.
And I'm guessing it's because you have to improvise on the fly very quick.
Yeah. When the ball comes across the net when you aren't expecting it, it's just like setting. It's like setting behind a screen behind a baseball diamond and the foul ball comes right back at you and you jump even though it's not going to hit you. You have to react, right? And that one goes off the block and down. Obert gets the kill. Her second. And another side out. 7-5.
Yeah, here we are. The match still very close. Here in the second to set.
It is Riley Brunin back to serve, number 25. And she's going to serve up an ace. Down to a 1-point match again, 7-6.
The serving's so much different now than what I remember as a kid when a lot of the girls served underhand. Now they get the good overhand serves.
Chandler John now out to Mixer. Tips it across. Van Beck's there. Tippy. Hart sent it across. He's going to go middle to Obert. Obert on the attack and in. Tied at 7.
Yep, got to get that one.
I'm glad you're up here tonight. You're getting a workout now after I got that first one.
Stretch 1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Yeah, okay.
Are you loosened up and ready to go? Ready or not?
Yes.
Van Beck bumps it across on a free ball. Middle to Obert, and that one's out of bounds. There you are again. Hit a chair.
Yep, the chair played goalie, and here we are, 8-7.
Strategically placed chair.
I mean, I could put the whole line of chairs right there, and then it can deflect back, I guess.
Yeah, then they'll just go under it or over it. Or
True.
Every fifth one would actually hit a chair probably. It'd be about our luck, right? Obert off the block, and Miller tried to let Wilcox get it, and Wilcox tried to let Miller get it, and the floor ended up getting it. Mixer going back to serve. That'll bring Chandler John back to the front row. Claire Obert will still be up in the front row as well.
Look at that score, even at 8.
And a hitting error. Mixer gets another service point. It's her 4th. Van Beck sends a free ball across. Obert on the attack. Dug by Miller. That's going to stay in. It will. Good job by Putnam to get that across. And out of, oh, they call it in. Chandler John gets the kill. It's 10-8. That's the 5th kill for Chandler John. I should have kept track at how many he's had to get up to get, because there's been a bunch of them. We need to hire a kid to be up here or something. I don't know.
I guess. I didn't play shortstop. I played first. Uh-oh.
A service error. There's another one. He is getting a workout. That's correct.
Should I just stay standing, Dwayne?
I'm thinking that maybe you should. Maybe you should we should scoot down a little bit and you should practice your fielding. Dug by Miller on Obert's attack. Putnam going to push it across. Out it comes to Chandler John. She's going to airmail it out of bounds, and that's way back in the corner. He might get lost looking for that one, folks. If he doesn't come back, we'll have to send a search party. They gave up. I just heard him say, "There it is." He finally found it. He's halfway back through the gym, or back through the stage, Joe. They got another ball already. You're not fast enough. I think they brought reinforcements. It's tied 10-10. Going to be a free ball coming across. Pushed across. Chandler John's there. Back out to Chandler John from Wolf and into the net. It's 11-10. Just hold it up here. It'll be fine.
You would not believe where that ball ended up.
I saw you going through the curtain. I thought you got lost back there. I was about ready to send a search party. Obert dug by Miller. Houston, Wilcox. Wolf's going to go middle to Obert, and she's going to hit it out of bounds.
Yes, we now have our ball retrievers up here.
Yeah, the first one in the front row dove out of the way, though. She's not very good. She's not a very good fielder. I think it might have been because she was on her phone not paying attention, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that I blame her, but. Mixer from the back row, dug by Houston. Houston has 7 service points now. Putnam to Mixer. Middle to Obert on the attack, and out of bounds again. Hey, she got that one.
Yes. She's watching it on TSSR. That's what she's doing.
Well, she's in trouble because it's like 40 seconds behind. So that's why she got hit almost then.
It's just, yeah, okay, sure. 3 points the match. Look here. The set, rather.
5 at 15 if they can get 2 more. Van Beck goes back to Putnam. Off the block. Oh, what a dig. Who was that? It was number 25, Riley Brunin.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be blocked again and up. It might end up being a free ball here. From the back row, Mixer. Wilcox is there. Pushed across. Wolf. Fessler. Wolf's going to push it across. Man, that was ugly. Van Beck bump set. Putnam. Bumped across. Wolf out of system again. Going to go to Chandler John. She's going to push it across. Van Beck knocks it across. Fessler's there. Wolf back to Obert. No, that's not Obert. That's number 3, Addison Gibbs.
Great point.
And out of bounds. Another hitting error.
Fantastic point. Goes Southeastern's way.
You know, you watch this match, the harder hitters, the bigger players are all on the Liberty side, but Coach Kerr and his staff coach such a good, fundamentally sound, and there's a hitting error, fundamentally sound game that they are just keeping the play alive until the other team makes a mistake.
Yep.
And you used to be able to watch Colchester do that a lot back in the day, too, under
yes.
Terry Paul. They would just they dig everything and they just send it back across and wait for you to make an error. And that's what the Suns have done to serve 6 straight points here and have a 15-10 lead. And your theory is going to get tested right off the bat here.
Yeah, the 15. I've always said 15 seems to be the red line. When you're playing 25, you've got to stay within 5, at least within 5 points, preferably within 3 or 2, because every mistake you make counts as a point for the other team, right?
Yep, and this has been not a single kill during this 6-point stretch. It's all been errors from Liberty.
I still think it can go 3 sets here. Liberty's going to have to get on the gas a little bit more here.
Well, we'll find out, I suppose, in just a few minutes.
I have the second ball if they need it.
You do, don't you? I forgot about that. End of the net, another error, and it's 16-10.
Not helping the Liberty cause, no.
10 service points now for Houston. Aubrey Houston is a serving machine. That's unofficial, of course. I might have added an extra one right there. Chandler John's going to push that one across. Van Beck is going to put it out to Putnam. She hits it deep. Chandler John's there. It's going to be pushed by Obert and then pushed across by Wolf. Van Beck, middle to Riley Hartz. She's going to push it across. They go down to grab it. Free ball going to come. Wilcox, Van Beck, back out to Putnam. Dug in the back row by Mixer. Middle to, that is Gibbs on the hit there. Fessler went to get it. Chandler, nope. Gibbs has it again. Oh, Houston, a great job to go get that one. And then free ball goes across. Mixer's there again. Wolf outside to Chandler John. More of an attack this time, and it's out of bounds. Oh, they touched it.
Yes, I didn't see the touch until I saw the official show the hand there. So
I saw Miller reach at it. I couldn't tell if she touched it or not. She apparently did. Obert's going to come in for Gibbs.
Even with glasses, my eyes are not quite good enough to pick that up. I don't think.
What are we doing here?
Substitution.
So Gibbs was in for Claire Obert. Claire Obert's going back to serve. Carly Obert had to come in for the libero, and then it served into the net, and now Fessler will come in for Claire Obert. 17-11. Riley Hart coming back to serve. For anybody keeping stats at home that was wondering what was going on over there. That was on the attack. Carly Obert pushed across by Putnam. It'll be a free ball, I would imagine. Carly Obert will send it. Miller goes down to get it. Van Beck, middle to Wilcox, off the block and down.
Wilcox had quite a match.
She has 6 kills, 2 blocks. She's not got any service points, though. Slacker. 18-11. I'm kidding, folks. I'm kidding. And a block that didn't work, and it'll be a side out to Eagles.
We're old enough to know the reference. Some of the younger folks may not, but they can look it up, can't they?
Yes, they can. Addison Inman checks back in at libero. That goes outside the antenna on the tip by Lydia Bliven.
Yeah, she made a nice attempt on that, but just didn't quite get it through there. 7 the lead.
Putnam back to serve again. Mixer going to get punched at by Wolf. No dice, though. Putnam serves up her 5th service point.
Now all of a sudden it feels like the match is swinging all SE.
Right side. Bliven. Wolf back to Bliven. Dug up and overpass. No, it didn't get over. Bliven's going to get the kill, her first. And a side out, more importantly, for the Eagles. Chandler John back to serve. Inman with the dig. Van Beck, middle to Wilcox. Wilcox goes right. Mixer's there to dig it. You dig it, she digs it. Felt like a 1995 reference to dig it right there. There's a hitting error out of bounds.
And let's see, Ella Tippy, she got all of it, just didn't quite get it in, that's all. And that one in.
An ace at the back line, and it's 20-15. Chandler John's got a couple service points in a row. She's got 3 total.
Staying within that 5, you must.
And another ace.
Tim, take a timeout? Yeah. Sure did.
Coach Autumn Schulian,
Correction,
the fresh
yes.
soft coach, takes the timeout. It's 20-16. Suns with the lead. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to Southeastern High School. 20-16. It was just 20-12, I think, a second ago. 20-13 after the side out. 3 straight for Chandler John. Wilcox passed it to Van Beck, who put it across. Fessler's going to try to pass it to Bliven. Van Beck is there. Wilcox going to hit on second attack. Fessler, Wolf to Mixer. Joust at the net. And Wilcox loses the jousting session, and Mixer gets another kill.
I'm going to put it on the tips of my fingers and hope it falls on the right side of the net. In this case, the right side is Liberty's. Yeah. 3 points. Well, now it's 2 points.
And just like our last set, they battle back. Chandler John is up to 7 service points unofficially. Is that what you have, or have you been keeping?
Yeah, kind of. Not quite as
Wilcox
good as yours.
off the block, dug up in the back row by Chandler John. Obert sends it down. Carly Obert gets a kill, and it's 20-19.
3 sets looming. Rain.
It's a T word. Putnam, Van Beck, Wilcox tips it across. Wolf is there. Bump set. Mixer's going to send a free ball across. Simmons is there. Bump set coming to Wilcox from Van Beck. It's into the net. Didn't get over, but they call a touch anyway. Oh, and there's Simmons saving it.
Nice.
Fessler sent it across. Wilcox is going to send a free ball across now. Been some long rallies here.
Yes.
Trouble. Can't get there. We're tied at 20.
Hit the speaker, I think, and look at this. Liberty is now tied the game.
Chandler John on a string of points here. 7 in a row, I do believe. Pushed across. It'll be Mixer on the attack. Putnam's there. Van Beck bump set to Tippy. Tippy dug by Fessler in the back row. Mixer. Tippy there again. Van Beck. Back row Putnam. John, Wolf, middle. Obert tipped and down. She found that same hole, and they lead by 1.
Looky there. Come all the way back, and now they lead. Coach Schulian, think about a timeout for Southeastern here.
Just hope they do that. Service error. After getting to her 9th point, Van Beck back to serve. She's got a couple points. Needs a couple more here as her team finds themselves tied at 21 in set number 2. That's a good serve. Fessler went to get it, though, after Obert dug it up. Van Beck, middle to Wilcox. Off the block and down. Wilcox with another kill. Her 7th. 22-21.
She's had quite a night.
Van Beck has her 3rd service point. Fessler. Wolf. Mixer is blocked by Wilcox. It's her 3rd block.
There's the timeout the other way.
Not who you thought was going to call it, though, or
No.
not who I thought might be calling it either. It's 23-21. Suns have retaken the lead at 2. And the first set was 25. What was it? 25-21. So similar situation as set number 1.
I think a lot of these teams play each other they'll probably see each other again later in the season.
Oh, yeah, they play, and that's what's always funny about this game is this is always the Monday after the tournament. And, they oftentimes see each other in a tournament, and then they come right back and play each other again. This one is probably more for the fresh soft game and the freshman game than it is for the varsity game. But Van Beck serves it up again. Mixer dug up by Putnam. Van Beck to Tippy. Off the net and down, and I'm going to call a block for Bliven and Obert.
We're looking at a 30-point match here, set rather.
That's like cussing. Fessler back to serve. And she serves it into that match point for the Suns.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty tough here now.
The first of 2 match points. Wilcox back to serve. She does not have a service point. Obert going to push it across. Putnam is there. Van Beck. Tippy. John with the dig. Out to Mixer. Mixer pushes it across. Simmons. Van Beck. Out to Tippy again. Deep and out. Match point number 1 has been averted.
I thought Mixer might have the chance to spike that one instead of just sending it over when she was near the net, but elected not to, and it works for Liberty's advantage here.
Riley Brunin back to serve. She's got 1 point and an ace. Van Beck's going to push it across. Chance to tie it at 24. If they get this, it'll be extras. Wilcox. Van Beck out to Tippy. Dug by Chandler. John in the back row. Obert again is going to push it across. Van Beck's going to dump it, and it's dug in the back row by Brunin. Van Beck out to Tippy. Tippy's going to go. Oh, what a dig over there by Chandler. John. It's going to be a free ball, but what a job to keep that alive. Wilcox is there. Van Beck back out to Tippy again. She's going to push this one. Brunin comes up to get it. Middle it comes to Obert. Obert's going to push it across. Wilcox is there. Van Beck middle to Riley Hart now. She's going to set it across. Fessler a bump set. It's going to go to Mixer, who just bumps it across. Van Beck dumps it across, and down it goes. Van Beck gets the winning kill, her second kill, and it's 25-23 JV win for the Southeastern Suns.
Fantastic final point, back and forth both sides. The one save that, who was that, Chandler John made?
Yeah.
And then.
Well, it really looked like to me that Liberty wasn't hitting the ball hard, though. They kind of took the let's just keep it in and make Southeastern make a mistake.
Make a mistake, yeah.
And that's a hard task against a Schuling and Kerr coached team, and it just ultimately did not work out. Some stats here real quick for the fresh soft match before we get ready to go varsity. Claire Obert had 2 service points, and including an ace, 3 kills and a block. Lydia Bliven had 1 kill and 1 block. Carly Obert had 4 kills and 1 block. Chandler John had 9 service points and 5 kills. Andy Mixer had 4 service points, including 2 aces and 4 kills. Riley Brunin had 1 kill and 1 ace. For the Suns, Aubrey Houston had 10 service points, including 1 ace. Kylie Putnam had 5 service points and 2 kills. Riley Hart had 4 service points. 3 kills for Ella Tippy. 7 kills and 3 blocks for Morgan Wilcox. And 2 kills and 5 service points for Jalen Van Beck, and a whole host of set assists as well. So that's how we finish the JV contests. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with the varsity contest here in just a little bit. You've been watching Southeastern Suns Volleyball on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.